Don't call it a comeback just yet, but Puma is making waves. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Kaki Kartel, and today we're going to be reviewing the Puma Clyde Court Disrupt. So after 2 decades of being away from the basketball scene, Puma is ready to return and make its mark back on the court, and this is actually the first basketball model that they've released. Starting off with some design aspects, Puma has recently unveiled 3 colorways. The original colorway was an orange solar-like colorway, and these are what I like to call the South Beach vibe. South Beach colorways, you see hits of pink here, you see that nice tonal green, you got some pink here as well, and definitely pop it on court. So as always, starting off with the traction, Puma actually used an inverted traction pattern, which is reminiscent of the OG models. If you've seen any of Puma's past older basketball models, they have this inverted traction pattern. I wasn't convinced at first, but after a few runs in these on a relatively dusty court, I was wrong. These actually perform really well on court. They're a little bit shallow, so dust does get trapped in here relatively quick, but a simple wipe and you're good to go. Because of the shallow traction pattern, I do not recommend you playing these outdoors, as these will run down relatively quickly. So definitely stick to indoors in these. Traction is definitely solid on this pair. I know this is a translucent rubber, and I always say translucent rubbers typically don't perform as well, but I can't try a solid rubber option, but so far the translucent on these really work. Moving on to the cushion, Puma uses a hybrid sort of cushioning system. They use a energy bead system as well as Puma Ignite foam. They use Ignite foam in most of the runners, so think of it as a sort of bounce boost sort of hybrid, where they've got the energy beads as well as the Ignite foam sitting underneath the capsule here. It's also encapsulated here and all around the shoe. When it's encapsulated, it sort of feels like the cushion won't compress as much. So that way you don't feel like you're sort of unstable when you land, or even if you're running, the cushion, you won't feel as if your foot is sinking into the shoe or into the cushion. The closest comparison I can make is if you have tried the Kyrie 4 or even the Kyrie 3 with bits of Cushlon. That's how these feel, but not as stiff. So overall, I would say the cushion on these play like the Kyrie, but with much better impact protection. So moving on to the materials, Puma has used a knit for the overall construction of the shoe, which I think should be the standard these days. A lot of companies now are using knits in all their basketball shoes, but the difference is Puma has used a full knit with no TPU or plastic backing, where it might be stiff underneath here or on the forefoot where you're feeling the cushion wrapping over your foot, so there's no pinching feeling as well. The materials are flexible, they're breathable, they're lightweight, and very comfortable to play in. Puma also uses a different blend of knit here in the ankle area, so it's stretchy, it's easy to put your foot in, and once your foot is in, it sort of wraps around your ankle like that. And yeah, definitely really comfortable materials. Well done, Puma. Overall, the materials are nothing to really rave about. As I said, this should be the standard for most basketball shoes. Enforced knit, durable, non-backing, no plastic, no TPU strands to hold it back. Moving on to the support, you can see here at the back, there's a beefy heel counter which keeps your foot locked in. Puma also uses a very stable base here, so when you're going left to right, moving laterally, you won't feel unstable. Outrigger standard here. So for the lacing system here, Puma actually added a padded area right underneath where you lace your shoes. So if you're a player who likes to choke their laces or tie your shoes really tight, you won't get that pinching feeling around here. So for support and lockdown, the heel counter definitely keeps your foot in place. Great support. It's a stable base here, standard outrigger, a really good lacing system where you just tie it up and you're good to go. You won't have any second thoughts. Really solid lacing system as well as support. True to size definitely works for me. I didn't feel my toes banging against the front of the shoe. I didn't feel like my foot is gonna slip out. And since I have slightly wide feet, these actually feel really comfortable once they're broken in. Overall, if this is what Puma is going to come up with for the next line of basketball shoes, I'm really excited. This may not be in my top 5 list, but it's definitely a very fun shoe to play in. And if you want to try something that's not from the swoosh or 3 stripes, definitely give these Pumas a try. You will not be disappointed. If DeMarcus Cousins can play in these as a big man, I'm sure everybody will enjoy this shoe. I personally really enjoyed them. They're a really fun shoe to play in. Puma is definitely starting strong with the first basketball model in over 2 decades. And I'm sure if you get a pair, you play in them, you will not be disappointed. Trust me. So that's it for the performance review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you managed to get a pair or if you've played in a pair. I want to know your thoughts. So leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the Puma Clyde Court Disrupt. If you tried on a pair, if you played in them, I want to know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe down below on Huddle, as well as follow me on BT Kicks, where I always preview the kicks that I'm going to review, as well as some sneak peeks at what I'm going to play in next. Until next time, guys, we out.